and gentlemen, welcome back to Thrasher's Paradise on the Thrashing Couch. Today we have another special guest all the way from Calgary, Alberta, because surprisingly enough, we are doing the Calgary scene now. It's Turner from Woodhawk.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Turner?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, Turner, what inspired the name Woodhawk?
Derived from like a brewery kind of thing. Like we didn't want to use like a stoner rock kind of style name, so we were big fans of the brewery Witchwood out of UK, and we are kind of going to call our band Witchwood for a while, and then I don't know how we just stuck with the wood still and just Woodhawk.
Excellent. Speaking of beer, what is your favorite? What is the band's beer?
Like what is our beer of choice? Or we just made a beer at the brewery. Is that the one?
Oh, really?
Yeah. On Friday, we all got to go brew a beer for the Violent Nature release.
That's awesome. Now, speaking of
Yeah.
Violent Nature, that album comes out very soon. Am I wrong?
Yeah. November 1st.
November 1st. What can we expect from this album compared to the other albums?
This one's a bit more like expressive and kind of we didn't take a science fiction route with it. We were like super honest and stuff and took a different lyrical approach and kind of, I don't know, let the songs speak for themselves a bit more.
Actually, now, personal for you personally, what did you find different when you were recording this album compared to the others? Wait, did I just ask that?
No.
Oh, okay.
We took like a bit of a different approach in terms of like how we did it. So we didn't try and do it as like kind of raw and live off the floor. We kind of tried to break things down a bit more so they'd kind of be stronger as they were. But yeah, I mean, and overall, like in terms of recording the record as a whole, like we kind of just let if a song needed organ or it needed more to it, then we just kind of let it be what it was instead of trying to keep it as just the three of us. We let it be like build up to be a little bit bigger.
Excellent. Now, the writing process is usually always key when writing through the songs and like writing lyrics. What for that has either changed or matured from the other albums?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like with not doing science fiction, it was kind of we put a bit more of the heart on the sleeve for this one, which was a kind of a unique choice. But I think as soon as we started kind of writing the music to it, we kind of knew that it was just the way it was going to go. There wasn't really a way to kind of put some of the science fiction stuff over the riff. They just kind of felt darker, and we kind of all went through a bit of our own kind of hard 2 years. We kind of went through a hard time all individually, and it was everyone kind of we all had something to say that was a bit more than just kind of wizards and riffs.
Excellent, excellent. Love what you're saying. Love looking now. This album seems much more anticipated than usual. But for you, what's the feeling like to know that the album's coming out soon? You're in that mode of we get to start doing shows and start promoting the new songs. What's the feeling you use to describe it?
Excitement. We're just stoked like it's getting out there and stuff. I mean, we've been sitting on it for a while, so it's nice that it kind of gets to see the light of the day and everyone gets to kind of hear it finally.
Excellent. Now, how much harassment have you been given since the album has been announced?
Like in terms of people just like kind of like being excited about it, or just like kind of like giving us a hard
Being
time.
excited about. I didn't know where I was coming off with that, but no, yeah, that excited.
Yeah, the response has been great. Like we just have the one single out right now, and it's been a really good response. And yeah, like I don't know, it's been great. I'm happy that we have people that kind of want to hear it and are excited about it and stuff. And yeah, it's nothing negative so far, which is always a good place to be.
Excellent. Now, typically every local band usually has that one demographic that really surprises them of listeners. What demographic is that for you?
Ooh, I don't know. Um, we get a bit more of I don't want to say the club scene, but like we kind of get a bit more of the bros every now and then. I'm kind of surprised to see some bros at our shows, and
Okay.
it's kind of interesting because I'm used to seeing like the bangers; those are the
Oh,
mainstays.
okay.
But yeah, seeing kind of more of the bros are kind of with their Gucci is a little weirder, but that's okay. I like it. I mean, anyone's a supporter. It's great.
Excellent. Now, every band has that one fan from that one odd country that always harasses them to come there. What country is that?
Um, we probably get Germany the most, and so
Oh,
we're going to Germany next year, and so
oh, really?
we messaged the few people who have been a bit more vocal on it and kind of asked where we should play and how we should kind of do it and stuff. So I mean, you want to book us, we'll come there. But yeah, so we're going to Germany next year. We're going to do a bunch of Europe and stuff. And yeah, it's all just because we'll go where the people want, and it's a great excitement. It's fun for us.
Excellent. Now, after just saying that, are you excited to be going over to Europe and to experience that culture?
Oh yeah, how could you not be? That's amazing.
Excellent. So you guys are booked for Vodka and not, right?
Sorry?
You guys are booked for Vodka, right?
No, I don't think so.
Aw. What? It finally clicked in the joke. Oh,
I'm sorry, I think I still missed it.
the Vakken, the metal festival.
Oh, for Vakken.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That one did go over my head. Yeah, I'm guilty of that one. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're not booked for that one.
Aw. Maybe next year. Oh wait, no, that is next year.
Yeah.
3 years from now. 3 years from now.
Yeah, when we open up again.
Now, speaking of that, there is, I don't know if you know, a metal battle for Vodkin where bands from across the country compete for a chance to perform at Vodkin.
Yep.
Has Woodhawk ever considered doing it, or have you guys done it?
We're not into competitions. We kind of just out of the get-go, no battle of the band stuff for us. I'd rather earn my title appropriately or not go at all.
I respect that answer. I see a lot of the bands that do come on the channel do say that. Why do you think that?
I don't think the music industry and like the whole art scene is meant to be competitive. And I think when you start trying to drive a wedge between bands and in the culture and in the scene, it just hurts it. It doesn't make it better.
Again, another beautiful answer. Jesus, man. So how long have the three of you been together?
About 5 years. Yeah, kind of
Oh.
consistently.
So this is still the original Woodhawk band.
I say so.
You say
like
so.
we went through two drummers in the very, very beginning, but it was in the period of about 6 months, kind of before Woodhawk really started doing anything. We played maybe 2 or 3 shows with a couple of friends that were kind of like acting as session drummers or fill in more than anything else. And that's how we met Kevin really early on, and he was very interested in pursuing it. And so when we needed like a full-time drummer to actually try and do something with this, then Kevin was the one who was like first guy at our door. And yeah, so I say Woodhawk is just the three of us and has been for this long, but there were technically 2 people in the beginning who kind of helped get the show on the road.
Excellent. Now, we mentioned earlier touring. What can you spoil for us about any potential Canadian touring dates we can anticipate?
Oh, I know you're in Hamilton, so we'll be in Hamilton in April.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what date?
Like this. It's like the first week of April. I know that. At the Casbah.
Oh, you're going to the Casbah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, we'll be in talk because I'll book off that day from work and go see you guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, it's a very nice venue. I'll tell you that much. It's something. It's small, but it's convenient.
Perfect. Yeah, we did This Ain't Hollywood the last time we were there last year.
Oh, really?
And so like kind of a bigger venue and stuff. And I like that place. Like we've always been treated very well there through all bands and iterations I've played through. But this is the first time we got an offer from the Casbah that we kind of were into because we haven't played there yet. So that'll be fun.
Excellent. Have you guys done the Doors yet in Hamilton?
No, we haven't.
Oh, come on, dude. Yeah. What's more metal than a metal bar and taco joint?
So it's funny is there's one of the places that we're booked for in I think St. John's, Newfoundland. It is a taco joint until 10 p.m. and then it just becomes a venue if you want it. So it's just like a PA in the back room, and so we're playing that on like a Wednesday night.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we get to kind of do a taco bar.
True. Oh no, we'll go to the taco bar after the show, eh?
Okay, perfect.
Now, out of all the Canadian dates you have planned for next year, which one for you do you feel is the oddest one compared to the rest?
Probably the taco bar, probably in St. John's. That's a unique one, but I mean, like we said, if you book us, we will come. We just like playing gigs. That's all. That's why you do it. But
Excellent. Now, I've been to some weird shows. There's been some shows I've been to where it's been out of a Thai restaurant in Guelph.
okay, yeah.
So if you ever want to play a show in Guelph, you go to the Red Papaya.
Oh, interesting. Our
But
what's we have some friends band, Hawkeyes, are out of just like not too far from Guelph, and they were
okay,
trying to
yeah,
book us there a while ago.
I've
Not at the
heard of
Thai
them.
restaurant, but
Yeah, I know, I've heard of them. Have you heard of Houndskull?
no.
They're a, they're a Mississauga-based stoner metal band. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm good friends with them. I'll hook
We'll
you
look
up
them
with
up.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do.
Yes, no, I think with you two, I think it would be a good show in Hamilton.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we I was looking for more bands to play with. That's great.
Excellent. Besides that, back to the original question at hand. Like I mentioned, Thai restaurant for a metal show. For you personally, either performing or attending, where for you was the weirdest place you've seen a metal show at?
Whew. Um, I we have a venue here in Calgary called Tubby Dog. It's kind of notorious, and so it's like a hot dog restaurant that has a venue in the back, kind of half of it. And so they'll be like cooking up French fries and hot dogs on the grill, and it'll just reek like hot dog steam as you're playing a show or seeing a show. But they do like kind of one-off shows, like maybe once a month or so. And then for our festival that takes place in Calgary, Sled Island every summer, they're one of the main host kind of venues and stuff. So you see more weird stuff during Sled Island for weirder kind of venues, but I'd say Tubby Dog is our weirder one. We played in a pinball restaurant for Sled Island this year, which was cool.
A pinball restaurant.
Yeah, it's like the bar is called Pin Bar, and it's just like a
Oh,
pinball style bar, and then we played in like this little back corner lounge thing while people are just flipping flippers and knocking balls.
excellent. That definitely beats a Thai restaurant. But
Yeah.
now you're in a very convenient spot, I would say, for the metal scene. You have Vancouver, you have Edmonton, you have Calgary.
Yeah.
Out of that, out out of those three cities alone that I just mentioned, what is your personal opinion about the scene, and do you see it getting stronger or weaker?
I think the Calgary scene for all of this kind of stuff is really good right now. I think a lot of the bands are very supportive, and there's a lot of genre crossing where even if like being on the lighter side of all this kind of music, we still get support of all the heavier bands and kind of vice versa, which I find is really nice. But like, it's kind of the same thing in Vancouver. They're really good. I think Edmonton has a bit more of a like a harder, an edgier metal scene than we do, and they can be a bit harder to kind of break through in a sense. There's a lot less stoner rock bands there. There's a lot less rock bands. There's a lot less bands in general from Edmonton, which is kind of disappointing. Edmonton, all the bands I've played with from there have been amazing, and they unfortunately just never seem to last that long. And I'd like to see more bands from Edmonton because I think there's fantastic musicians up there.
Excellent. Now, I'm assuming with this, will it be a big or a little Canadian tour?
It's about 4 weeks, so it's coast to coast.
Oh, excellent. I'm assuming you're doing Saskatchewan and
Yeah.
Quebec, and then all four Maritime Islands?
We'll get to Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, I believe, on this one.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
where in Nova Scotia? Halifax?
Halifax. I guess that might be the only Nova Scotia days, just Halifax, and then Fredericton and St. John's.
Oh, excellent. That should be a nice little tour.
Yeah, pretty okay.
For you, what is the touring ritual?
Driving all day, and then playing a show, and then driving more. That's kind of the gist of it. A lot of driving.
Bad question to ask. Okay, leading up to leaving for a tour, what is the routine you do in order to prepare?
We just practice a lot. We practice as much as we can. We try and really work on the songs that we're going to bring on the road with us and stuff, and just kind of really hone in on it and make sure that we're all feeling good about everything that we're doing and everyone's happy, and just honestly just a lot of practice and making sure that we eat really well on the road. I do a lot of the cooking and stuff. Like we eat out of our van and do like cook ourselves. We don't eat a lot of fast food, and we don't really kind of drink a lot of like greasy beer and stuff. We're a bit more picky with our craft beer to an extent,
Oh,
so
okay.
ends up being we have like more quality over quantity. And so yeah, those are the kind of things that we kind of more take with us.
My man, hey, keeping it all reasonably priced. Smart.
Yeah, exactly. As much as you can.
I'm so sorry about that. Just got a phone call.
Oh, you're good.
Oh my god, everything's just happening to me today. Now I'm assuming you guys have been touring for a while now.
Yeah, I feel like I think since we've started, even if we were just doing weekenders or like
Yeah.
Vancouver and back or stuff, we've always kind of been moving. I don't think we stay put for very long.
With that said, where for you is the definitive? We must go here when we are going on tour.
Um, well, I mean, like, so like, are you like for Canada? Like when we tour, because we've only ever toured Canada.
Okay, yeah, in Canada, where for you is the one city that you know for sure that we must hit?
Kelowna. I think Kelowna is just kind of I didn't expect for kind of I don't want to say a smaller mountain town, but kind of a more central BC town.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of more vacation town to be like probably the most like hospitable and just they're just such a great place to play and a great crowd. And it's always been good since we were a brand new band as in the opening slot to the headlining slots now that I just love it. I think Kelowna's always just welcomed us up with open arms just right from day one. And we always give them the Saturday night show. We always make sure that no matter when we're playing, they get the weekend.
That's great to hear, and I assume that they will be on the touring list for the next up and coming Canada tour.
You bet they are.
Will
Yeah,
you
right
be
at the beginning.
starting? Oh, or will you be starting? Is it the day one?
Day 3. But yeah, we start in BC and then we work our way all the way through Central, all the way out east and back.
Excellent. How many Ontario dates do you have planned?
8 or 9. All the way from Thunder Bay to Ottawa, and then we're dipping down to, like Windsor and stuff, and hitting all the stuff in between, like Sudbury and Toronto and Oshawa,
Hamilton. Yeah.
Hamilton. Yep.
Okay, I gotta know, why Thunder Bay?
You have to hit Thunder Bay. I mean, Thunder Bay, like, there's nothing from Winnipeg until like Sault Ste. Marie if you're lucky to get a show there. But we also Thunder Bay on the last tour that we did was really good. Like we played with a bunch of all ages like kids metal bands, and they were incredible. But like the show was good for like a weekday night, and we're sponsored by a hot sauce company out there called Heartbeat Hot Sauce, which is on like the YouTube show Hot Ones and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so they've been very fortunate to kind of present our shows and stuff, which helps kind of draw a bit more. And I like Thunder Bay. Like when I used to tour in punk bands in the day, I didn't like it, but for Woodhawk, they've just welcomed us with like open arms. Like we try and if they were a little closer, we'd maybe try and do it on a weekend, but it's still like 30 hours away, so it's a little bit of a stretch.
Oh yeah, excellent. I'm just always curious because all the bands I seem to have interviewed, some way or another, are going to perform in Thunder Bay, and I was just curious why.
Yeah, it's the Canadian Shield. Like unless you're cutting through the states, you kind of have to go Winnipeg through Thunder Bay, and then you start heading south into like central Ontario. But I mean, other than that, like it's the next big town for almost 16 hours of driving. You'd be foolish not to hit it, or else you spend 32 hours on the road with no shows, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, next year's already. Oh,
Oh, no, good. Seeing looking out my
okay.
window.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned earlier, you guys already planned on the Canadian tour. You already planned on going to Germany and doing some other European dates. Where's the U.S.?
Fall.
Fall. Oh,
Next year.
this.
Yeah.
Wow. Quick
Yeah.
response. You're just saying
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. So
You're
we,
just
we
saying.
we started looking into like all the visa kind of stuff now, so that by this time next year we'll be kind of ripping around in the fall. And down there's a couple of bands that we're gonna try and line up with to hit some shows, and that kind of gonna help us out. So yeah, we'll be there by the fall if all goes well.
Excellent. Are you nervous to be leaving to be leaving Canada to perform a show?
I mean, there's always the bit of nerves for playing shows. Like, it'll be exciting to the first one to kind of just break the ice of leaving Canada and being playing somewhere that's not your home and nowhere that you're familiar with. But yeah, it's excitement, but it's also like it's a good nerves.
Excellent. Well, we're now at the point in the interview where we like to play the little game on the channel. Is that cool?
Yeah. Okay.
You seem nervous.
No,
Don't.
of course.
It's called Thrash or Trash.
Here we go.
It's a very simple game.
Okay.
I'm gonna say either a band, song, or album. And if you like it, like what I said, you say thrash, and if you don't like it, you say trash.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
Okay.
So, first band I want to do, I feel is just the staple for stoner bands. High on Fire.
Trash.
Trash. Black Sabbath's Mass. Oh man, I forget the album. But Black Sabbath. There we go. Boom.
Thrash.
Sleep's Dope Smoker.
So that's. I don't know if it's like a pinnacle for me. What was the middle option?
Like the second one I said.
Yeah.
I said Black Sabbath.
Oh no, so it's thrash something and then trash.
No, it's just thrash or trash.
Oh, okay, then I got to give it thrash because if it was like a happy medium, I maybe would have picked it because I don't. I'm more of a Holy Mountain fan when it comes to Sleep than Dope Smoker, but I'll still go thrash.
Okay, yeah, excellent. Well, thank you for playing the little game, and now it's time to ask you one last hard-hitting question. We call it the poser question. Question was designed to. You're just laughing like, what the hell is happening?
No, I'm like, this is great. This has been the most involved in like an interview that I've gotten to do yet. Like I did a couple more earlier, and I was like eating spicy noodles in between them and just kind of sweating my eyes out. So now I get to kind of like play some games. This is enjoyable. I'm liking this.
Oh,
this is
awesome!
More interactive.
Thank you. Well, this last question, as I mentioned, we call it the poser question, is to make sure that the person we are talking to is not a poser.
All right.
The question is very simple. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Lemmy is God.
What movie is it from?
Airheads.
Oh, there we go, man. You got it right. You passed the test, and you know what that means?
Not a poser.
That
probably am
no,
still.
No, you're not a poser, and you get to come back on the channel when you release the album November 1st. We'll have you back on, and I can start saying this now. I actually have a radio show.
Nice, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
So Tuesday night from 10 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to tune in because I will be playing a Woodhawk song that you can find on the new album.
Wicked. I would much appreciate the support.
No problem. Is there a certain song you want me to play?
Oh, it'll be out by then. I mean, it's dealer's choice at that point. I mean, I don't know what the thrashiest song would be on there.
No, it's not. It's not a thrash show. It's just we play all metal.
Okay, yeah. Man, I mean, if you have the record, you're more than welcome to kind of pick through. I don't really know what my favorite would be yet. It's still kind of sitting with it.
Excellent. Well, Turner, thank you so much for appearing on the channel today. We really appreciate it. We will definitely have you back on for future stuff, and we look forward to seeing you when you hit Hamilton in April.
Yeah, you bet, man. It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. And ladies and gentlemen at home, until next time, keep on thrashing.